guys. Welcome, welcome. Hi. Let's see who's in the chat today. Hello, hello. Let's see. Panda, nice to see you. Ashley, how are you, sweetheart? Fired up. Lo, nice to see you as well. Court, hey, Scar. I see you're going live later. I'm going to try to pop in there. Hi, Jane. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. Home Alone legend, you little beezer. Hi, Hekate. Guys, we can let Hekate chat in the chat. She's fine as long as she's being cool. We're cool. Thank you, Lori, though. I appreciate you. Hi as well. Let's see who else do we have. Tammy, Atomic Blonde, Kathy. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Cinder, Cookie. You just like the person that I'm talking about today? Yeah. Okay. So first of all, hi, guys. If I missed you in the chat, I'm sorry. Hi, welcome. Good morning. Hello. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. Girl World is like on fire right now. So first things first. Thank you for my members coming to my live stream this morning. I appreciate you guys. We had a fun little time. That was great. Thank you for coming in. Did you guys watch the Snowflake Tommy T like that just happened like a couple hours ago? What's going on? Hey, Ballpark. Thank you. Hi, Lady Thrusty. This is not my Karen wig. My Karen wig is short. This is just my like Sarah Jessica Parker wig. I had a witch hat on this morning. It was fun. Check it out. He just premiered. Mr. Snowflake did his Under the Hood. I think it's his second channel, Under the Hood. He did a premiere. Tommy had a conversation with Mr. Snowflake recently, and he basically read the DMs that was between himself and Tommy. So I'm going to let him, again, he just premiered that video this morning, so I'm going to let that sit so he can get his views. Maybe we can talk about it tomorrow. I just want him to get his views. Wow. If you didn't watch that, yes. Now, obviously, Tommy doesn't seem like a great person either, so somewhere in between Tommy and Amber Lynn lies the actual truth, so take it as you will. It's your opinion, but wow. I guess Mr. Snowflake is going to have a follow-up, maybe. We'll see. Who knows? I'm sure this is going to kick off a lot more drama within the Amber Lynn universe. So, F Tommy, but you want to hear what they say. Yeah, like, exactly. So, wild. So that just happened, right? On top of all the quirky love, Rosie, whatever the hell her name is, all that stuff that happened with her and Amber Lynn talking, a video chat they had, Amber Lynn breaking, like, and now, hey, Marnie. Hi, guys, just coming in. Sorry if I missed anybody. And now, don't know if you saw this in all that chaos. Chantal, Miss Foodie Beauty, just posted a post. I'm not going to show it because it is an unedited photo of that little girl in what looks like, I think it's like a school setting. Let me just, I have it on my screen. I will not be showing this. It looks like a school setting. Knowing how this community is like super sleuths and little gumshoes that they are, where they could find anything. Hey, gas station. I don't even think this, if you block out her face, I don't even think this should be on Chantal's page. It should not be in this space. So there's that. I mean, I don't know if you saw it, but it's still up there. The caption says, this is the caption. We checked out and chose a school for blank and with her family. Doesn't she look so happy? She was ecstatic. And it's a picture of her smiling. It looks like a school setting, and it looks like she's working with a teacher in the background. Why is this here? What does that mean? We checked out and chose a school. I hope to God her and Salah were not involved in the process of choosing a school, because those two know absolutely zero about children with special needs and their special needs and their family's special needs as well. I don't know why YouTube is not doing anything. It just doesn't, I don't think it belongs on here. I even put like a little caveat in my Discord earlier before I went live saying, hey, I know we're going to be talking about this. I don't want anyone even posting nothing in there of this little girl. I don't even want an edited picture. I'm not going to show her. I hope she's not going to do another video. Hey, Oh Wise One, nice to see you. Again, thanks for coming in this morning. You don't think this is a real photo? It's the little girl that was in the video. It's the same child. Whether this is, I just don't even know. Like, I don't even know. I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know why she's doing this. She is losing support across so many different places on Girl World, honestly. Just so many different places. I don't know how this is allowed, and it's making me sick. So I don't want to dwell on that too much, but that was this morning. Hey, Jarella. That's not a classroom. I don't know. It looks fake. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. Anyway, so now I thought we could finally get into, this is Miss Lilly Tino. If you don't know who Lilly Tino is, she's a TikToker. She's a trans TikToker. You might have seen her. I saw her scrolling through like random social media, and I just would see her randomly pop up. I never really watched her stuff. But lately, in the past couple months, she's been involved in a ton of controversies. So if you don't know who she is, don't worry. I've found a really good video. It's by a guy named Ablaze. I linked his channel down in my description below. So please check him out. Give him a like, give him a sub. He does a lot of different content. It's basically kind of biography of who this person is, why she's important. So we are going to talk about trans rights in this live stream. We have a very diverse community in this chat. I just want to make sure everyone's aware of that. Please be respectful. I'm sure you guys will be, but just thank you. Just please be respectful. Keep that in mind. If you don't have anything nice to say, maybe just think twice before you type it or hit send. Again, we want to be respectful here. So Lilly Tino does go by she, her. Those are her pronouns. So I will try to remember that as well as I can. If I make a mistake, I apologize, but I will try not to. So here we go. This will kind of just show you who they are, and we can watch.
On every TikTok because a waiter dared to say...
Hold on. Start from the beginning. Here we go.
Meet Lilly Tino, the most hated TikToker who streams herself bullying waitstaff, snaps bathroom selfies with strangers in the frame, and melts down on every TikTok because a waiter dared to say, sir. She baits people for misgender slip-ups, then weaponizes those clips for clout, turning real workers into props for her outrage circus. From publicly rating Disney women's restrooms to declaring Kurt Cobain probably trans.
So the Disney restroom is the latest controversy around this Latino person. It's going to be, it's a lot. So you might have seen that in the news lately. That's where this is coming from.
Lilly's shock tactics finally backfired, and the internet couldn't be happier. This is the satisfying downfall of TikTok's most hated creator, Lilly Tino.
And just as a caveat, a lot of the trans community, not all, but a lot of the trans community online on TikTok have also kind of like turned their back on Lilly. Just so you know, they say that she kind of gives their community a bad name in the way she acts. So just keep that in mind too. Home Alone Legend, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support, honey.
Before she was Lilly Tino on TikTok, she was known as Nick Contino, a shy kid escaping into video games to cope with a life that didn't feel right. Born in the early 1990s, Nick grew up loving games like Pokemon and World of Warcraft. In those virtual worlds, Nick often played as female characters, notably a pigtailed girl avatar named Lilly, long before coming out as trans. I spent hours in Warcraft, slipping out of the real world in which I lived as a cisgender boy named Nick, she later recalled. The fantasy of living as a girl provided solace from the pain and denial that marked Nick's youth.
I'm sure a lot of trans kids feel that way as well.
Dual life planted the seeds for a future transformation. Fast forward to adulthood.
Oh yeah, Drew, she's losing so much support because you'll see in this video, this is a good story.
Nick built a career in the video game industry. By 2021, she was a business development lead at a gaming startup
and that's a good job. You're talking easy 6 figures. That's a good job.
Wrote articles about games, but inside, Nick was struggling with gender dysphoria. In her late 20s, she finally found the courage to begin her gender transition, adopting the name Lilly Tino, often stylized as Lilly Tino online. As she later explained, her life transition
Scarf, yeah.
began with a career transition, leaving the corporate gaming world to live authentically as a woman. In mid-2022, Lilly publicly came out as transgender, and her personal journey was about to go very public. In November 2022, Lilly Tino posted her first TikTok video, beginning to document her transition.
Now, I'm not transgender, so I obviously don't know exactly, but that must take so much fucking guts to post a video and to be that open. Like, I give people a lot of credit being that raw, honestly.
From male to female. At 32 years old, she openly shared her facial feminization surgeries, hormone updates, and everyday challenges. The response was overwhelmingly positive at first. Viewers flooded her early videos with support. These heartfelt comments show how Lilly's transparency resonated with people looking for an uplifting transition story. One of Lilly's first viral posts was a montage of her physical changes over time, a common TikTok trend. It struck a chord and garnered hundreds of thousands of views. Encouraged by the feedback, Lilly leaned into being a full-time content creator, even calling herself a professional transgender person in her bio. With a warm smile and colorful outfits, she portrayed a hopeful narrative of living authentically.
And you want to root for someone like that, especially in today's climate. You want to see a nice positive change on social media. You want to have a conversation, like a positive conversation about a topic like transgender, the community, you know? And then when it comes, and when things like you'll see come out about this person, it's like a blow to that community, I'm sure, you know?
In these early days, Lilly's public persona was largely sympathetic. Little did her new fans know the tone of her content was about to take a sharp turn. Lilly's TikTok lives also became a staple. She would stream her daily outings, especially her meals at restaurants around San Francisco.
And that's the first controversy with Lilly,
inviting viewers to share a meal with her. When I'm sitting there and just eating, it's like you're sharing a meal with me, explaining that seeing a trans person in a mundane setting could foster understanding. It was a noble idea,
hey, Carol,
using food and candid conversation to bridge gaps. By early 2023, Lilly had a modest but growing following, and her streams were picking up momentum. Empowered by her viral fame, Lilly didn't simply continue her restaurant live streams, she escalated them. 5 days a week, she planted her phone on a mini tripod, turned on TikTok Live, and roamed San Francisco cafes in search of the next outrage clip. What began as lighthearted Eat With Me content morphed
thank you for sharing that, Cinder,
into a spectacle where conflict was the entree. By July 2023, she was testing how far shock value could push engagement. Cue the inappropriate video that happened in Disney.
I'm dating someone who turned.
This is she is in Disney World. She is on she's in Magic Kingdom, I think, Main Street, USA. If you've been to Disney, you know how crowded it is. I'm talking to you, Scar. Scar goes all the time. I cannot fathom being in the middle of Disney World. There's a fly buzzing around my head. Being in the middle of Disney World and walking by someone talking like this to their camera.
Cue the inappropriate video that happened in Disney.
I'm dating someone who turned their cake pops into a donut.
In which a scene with a literal cake pop of a potential gender-affirming surgery. Although at this point, these videos have happened more than once.
Disney's going to ban me for this one. My corn dog is still intact. I'm not.
She, again, is in the middle of Disney World where there are children everywhere. Not only live streaming, but talking about, I don't know if she's live streaming in this or filming a video, but talking like this.
Happy about that, but sadly it takes a long time to turn a corn dog into a inverted corn dog.
When I got my cake pops removed, I specifically asked my surgeon to leave the bag intact. That's because down the line, if I wanted to use my cake pop stick
Here
and
she's
turn it
somewhere
into
else,
a donut,
obviously.
the bag can come in handy.
Get banned from Disney. I swear, we're about to get banned from Disney. Last summer, I got my cake pops removed, and the plan up until recently was to get my marshmallow wand reconfigured into a marshmallow tunnel. Unfortunately, a few weeks ago, I noticed some hair regrowth.
Disneyland is meant to be a safe, family-friendly space.
No one should be talking like this. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're straight. I don't care if you're transgender. I don't care how you identify. No one should be talking like this in front of kids. That's it. Live as themselves, but her trying to shock people is intense. Yeah, just like no one should be talking like that. It's just wild.
But Lilly Tino's own live stream antics are turning it into the opposite. Given her graphic, disgusting TikTok videos, many parents now feel the park isn't safe.
And it gets worse.
For their kids. For the sake of families, it may be time for Disney to show her the exit.
You Need to Chill by Juno Dawson.
Let's chill in the chat, guys. Come on. Let's keep it, cool.
The way you try to target young children is a little concerning. You tried to dress up as Miss Rachel twice.
Oh yeah, and then she tried to dress up as Miss Rachel, who, if you have any kids in your life, you know she's a big YouTube star, right? Lily dressed up as Miss Rachel.
You talked about your cake pop at Disneyland, and that's a children's place.
Viewers who'd once praised her vulnerability now complained that she was performing trauma for clicks. The running theme soon became misgender baiting. A server would drop a casual "sir."
Sorry, is everything okay?
I use she, her pronouns. I'm not sir.
Listen, bro, how are we supposed to know that? You look like a man.
Lily's face would light up.
Okay, first of all, that response was kind of fucking douchey. Like, that's not how you should respond to that. You should apologize. Whenever I do misgender people once in a blue moon, it just slips out and I feel like fucking absolute garbage. You should never do that. Just never have that response. Just be cool, you know? Fuck, that was a terrible response that waiter gave. Fuck.
As if she'd struck gold. And the next 3 minutes would be a tirade on camera about pronouns, oppression, and educating the masses. If no one slipped, she occasionally misheard a harmless word, then scolded the staff anyway. But everything got so much worse. Surrounded by families, Lilly began live streaming from a restroom corridor, rating each women's bathroom on ambience and privacy.
Made it into Disney World.
You are just, if you've never been to Disney, you are not allowed to use your phone, like especially the camera, in Disney World bathrooms. Just not allowed. In this particular controversy, Lily's in Florida. I only mention that because Florida's laws are a lot different than California's laws. No offense to the Floridians in here. You got some crazy antiquated laws in Florida. You guys got some crazy laws down there. No offense. I don't want to get political, but Florida's laws are pretty fucking strict. I'm not going to like cite the law. I didn't look all that shit up, but you can if you want to, but oof.
I don't really know what the deal is with bathrooms. You know, Florida is really conservative. I don't know what the rules are. Trans women are allowed to be in women's bathrooms, but I'm about to go and use the bathroom because I have to tinkle. If I get stopped, I guess, but I'm a woman, so I'm going to use the women's bathroom, and being in Florida or being in California or wherever isn't going to stop me. So I will report back in a minute.
So if it had ended there, that would have been a different story, but it did not end there.
Once I have hopefully tinkled without issue. Went as well as it could have gone. No one gave me any weird looks. Definitely no one stopped me. Walked in, I found the stall. I peed standing up, which is something I'm sometimes a little self-conscious about with the sound. Like, oh, is there someone peeing standing up there? But you don't.
Nobody cares about that. Like, no one's looking under the stall. Like, the women in the women's room, telling all the guys in here, the women in the women's room are not looking under the stall to see how you're standing and peeing. Like, nobody gives a shit. Trust me. Just don't bother us. Just leave us alone. Let us do our thing. And that's it. We're fine.
Standing up. And it was fine. And then I washed my hands and I left. And you know what? On my way out from the women's bathroom, I took a quick picture with someone who recognized me, and it was lovely. So overall, Disney World in Florida, 10 out of 10 women's bathroom experience for trans women would.
She snapped selfies inside stalls, other women's shoes clearly visible beneath doors, and joked that Florida lawmakers would have a stroke if they saw her. Within
Yeah. So she knows she's not supposed to be doing this, is basically, you know. Yeah, we just want people to keep moving the line because the women's room's always fucking busy. Like, just keep it moving. I don't care what you're doing. Just keep it moving. Stop taking selfies. Listen, we've all taken selfies in a bathroom. You don't take it at Disney World. It's a different story. If you go to the movies, you take a selfie, that's fine. Don't want anybody in the fucking picture, but like, this is just fucking weird. I don't care who you are, you know?
Minutes, Twitter lit up. Parents called the stunt creepy. Activists.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't reading the chat. Sometimes the chat goes by fast and I wasn't paying attention. Guys, just please be cool. Let's not call each other names in the chat. Let's just relax. I know this is kind of a hot topic here. Let's just be respectful if we can. And if not, just block each other, you know, just block and move on.
Called it reckless.
I don't want to
And
block
even some
anybody.
allies
So I don't have
said
to.
it violated basic decency. Or, though Lily's stun isn't consequence-free, a woman who recognized herself in Lily's Disney restroom selfies has reportedly filed a privacy complaint.
Yeah, so someone recognized themselves, and I think someone in post edited this. Somebody recognized their own face. Two women. I think they're now going after her. That's why they're trying to get her banned from Disney.
With Orange County authorities citing Florida's voyeurism statute 810.145. If
All those ears hurt. Don't buy the ears at Disney. Buy them off like on Etsy or something.
prosecutors pursue the case, Lilly could face a third-degree felony, up to 5 years in prison and a $5,000 fine.
That's crazy. What was that fine?
Third-degree felony, up to 5 years in prison and a $5,000 fine.
Like, was it worth the views? Was it worth whatever ad revenue you got off that video and whatever you got from that? That's 5 years in prison. Fuck that.
Okay, y'all, now we have one person that has officially come forward to press charges
Vanessa.
against Lilly Tino. By now, we all know Lilly Tino went to Disney and went into the women's restroom and took selfies with other women and children in the background without their consent, and then came on TikTok and posted and rated every single bathroom experience. I made a video talking about the fact that
Like, she did this in every single bathroom she hit. Like, it wasn't just like a one and done thing.
that was illegal in the state of Florida, much less, not to mention, it's also against Disney policy.
Right, Vanessa? And again, like, Disney policy, nobody can do that.
To take photos within the restrooms.
That was only the warm-up. At a sit-down restaurant in Epcot, a waiter accidentally addressed Lilly as Sir. Sensing viral potential, Lilly pounced.
Now, again, if you've never been to Disney, these cast members, even the servers, they are trained to a T. They will do their very best not to lose their cool. And the fact that Lilly is out there trying to like have a viral moment by making someone look bad, who's a service worker who, if you never worked in the service industry, you don't really know the kind of people that are out there because it's a whole different breed. People treat you like fucking trash. And I can't imagine what this person must have felt like.
Demanding a public apology and even the removal of the bread tower. The outburst felt more like choreographed drama than genuine offense. And sure enough, the manufactured outrage sent the views soaring.
That is fancy looking. Cool.
The bottom is from Thailand.
Coconut bread from Thailand.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. And the middle one is from India. It's the
And you notice the server like tried to like, oh, sorry, and then move on. Watch his reaction, or I'm sorry, her reaction. Sorry.
papadom with the gingerbread chutney.
Okay.
And the third is from Brazil. It's a cheese
I
cheeseburger
fucked
with
up,
the
sorry.
sauce.
Thank you. It just like totally sucks the joy out of this bread tower. Makes me want to immediately like leave because I no longer feel like safe here. It's like, oh, my guard now has to be up.
Like, that's the guy obviously made a mistake. He didn't know, right? And how you don't always know, right? You just don't always know. Why, instead of like make it a moment where you don't have to be such a, like, the guy wasn't a dick to you, like the other waiter, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel shitty saying this because I'm not in that trans community, but like I'm trying to see it from like both sides,
I can enjoy this bread as much because my guard is up. We should be able to go places and not have to worry.
It's a hard discussion.
I don't think I really want this bread tower, actually. I think I'd rather have to check if that's
Yes,
okay.
yes.
I think that's the training. We're supposed to say friend or just not use.
Like, there has to be a middle ground, right? you can't just assume everyone's a hateful bigot if they make a mistake. Not everyone's trying, like I just did, like I made a mistake. It just happens, you know, unfortunately.
Gendered language. It's like a pretty big thing that Disney has done. Nothing was wrong with Fred. I just don't want it anymore. Just because they apologize doesn't mean she doesn't feel sad or offended. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, you've actually...
Right, but you don't have to make the other woman feel like a complete waste of space just because you had a moment of offense. Like, she didn't mean it. She didn't want to offend you. We have to take that into account as well. I just think, anyway.
Accidentally ever hurt someone and say, I'm so sorry, it was an accident. Do you expect them to be like, oh, it was an accident? Of course, no problem whatsoever. All of that hurt is now undone. It's not how it works. Sorry about what happened. It's
like, he doesn't really look hurt. I'm sorry. God damn it. She doesn't really look hurt. Okay. That's what I mean. Like, she doesn't really look that hurt.
I'd love to pay for the drink, please.
No, the drink is on me too, so
you don't.
And look, and the person, that waiter, paid for her drink. Paid for her drink.
Are you sure?
you're good. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Crucially, trans creators blasted her too.
I know. Just I'm so sorry. Again, that's why I apologized ahead of time. Listen, it's hard. I'm old. I can't help it.
Pleading, please don't judge us by Lilly. Parents who'd witnessed the spectacle posted statements describing frightened children and staff walking on eggshells. Disney's own employee subreddit blew up with cast members venting about influencers turning the parks.
That's a fun read. If you ever want to go on, if you're like a Disney person, you like the parks and stuff, go on the subreddit for like the cast members on Disney. That's a fun read. Listen to all their freaking stories are wild. Hey, Feral House Cat.
Into career-ending minefields. The fallout was swift. Lilly lost brand deal inquiries. Her daily follower gain flipped negative for the first time, and Bread Tower became shorthand for performative outrage. In that single week, she transformed from controversial to radioactive. Proof, many said, that her live streams weren't about awareness anymore. They were about manufactured martyrdom at the expense of ordinary workers just trying to do their jobs. The funniest thing about all this, though, is that she's now being recognized at restaurants, and some owners don't even want to serve her anymore because viewers are calling ahead to warn that she's just trying to score a free meal.
Who does that sound like? That sounds like Foodie.
Did I do the... Oh, ignore it. No.
So let me try to make that a little bit louder. Hold on. Because I guess the owner is talking and someone called the restaurant.
As viewers are calling ahead to warn that she's just trying to score a free meal.
Could I do the... Oh.
Someone just called the restaurant.
Ignore it. No.
You're telling people that they can come here and get free food if they have a bad experience, basically, is what she's saying.
It's not true.
So many people calling me already.
I'm so sorry.
They calling me because they say they can come here and can order like free food.
They're saying that I'm saying that you can come here and order free food.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah.
So they could have been lying just to get him in trouble, to get the owner pissed off at him, or I don't know what the stream was about, but that's what it sounds like, though.
Oh, I trust me, I understand. I never said that there's any free food. Those are internet trolls. Yeah. But if you'd like, I'm happy to get the check.
Also, Hokate, if you're still here, I hope you're okay. Sorry, I missed everything that happened in the chat.
Now and leave so that I can be out of your hair.
But they just calling me but what if you say like that?
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
There's nothing I can do about them, but I am happy to pay my bill now if you'd like, if you want. If you want.
The food is almost done. I just want to let you know because so many people calling.
Yeah, no, it's not that they're really sad, miserable people that are trans.
And she's live right now. This whole exchange is going on right on a live stream.
Transphobic that try to make my life more difficult. I'm sorry that you had to be a target.
Yeah, the dog is cute. I didn't realize there was a dog until I thought it was like on her shirt. Second.
Good of that because you're just here making food and I'm just here eating the wonderful food.
That's right.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah. Imagine sitting on the internet and calling up a family-owned restaurant and lying to them. If y'all ate,
imagine being a live streamer and like absolutely ruining someone's life because they accidentally misgendered you and like making a huge deal about it.
I would really love to leave this restaurant a significant tip. Our first $10 tip came through. Oh gosh, y'all coming through. We are tipping $210.
So apparently she was soliciting for people to pay her so she could tip the restaurant generously, which is nice. But like, why are you asking the chat to do that? Like, you should just be doing that. The chat had nothing to do with this.
That's because of y'all. Thank you for helping make it up to this restaurant.
As Lilly's content pivoted toward conflict, the internet...
And I want to see a receipt, a copy of that receipt too. If you're soliciting for donations on TikTok or wherever she was filming that, I want to see a copy of that receipt.
Goodwill began to evaporate. On Reddit forums, users started circulating clips of Lilly's outbursts. Others, both trans and cis, agreed that Lilly's behavior was making the transgender community look bad.
And that's the problem, right? The transgender community has enough problems right now trying to just exist in this space, you know, without people like Lilly making them all look terrible.
By reinforcing
and just feeding into certain stereotypes that shouldn't even exist.
The stereotype of the overly aggressive, perpetually offended trans activist. The sentiment was summed up by another Redditor. How fragile can you be? I'm non-binary. I would never do what she's doing. Mistakes happen. You correct it politely or ignore it. But this is too much. TikTok itself also turned on Lilly. Her own videos' comment sections became war zones. Many viewers accused her of manufacturing outrage, stitches, and reaction videos.
Can I just say, this lady right here looks like a young Cher. Thank you very much. Fabulous.
Multiplied, with other TikTokers openly mocking Lilly's antics. One viral stitch showed a montage of waiters immediately apologizing to Lilly after saying "sir" to highlight how none of them meant any harm, and then cut to Lilly furiously lecturing them regardless. Even some transgender creators joined the pile-on, saying Lilly's over-the-top
Thanks, Panda, because of the wig. Okay.
reactions were unwarranted and harmful. Importantly, Lilly's hypocrisy became a talking point. She often insisted that others use gender-neutral terms, like calling customers friend instead of sir, ma'am, to avoid misgendering. Yet in her own speech, Lilly would casually refer to servers as guys or assume every barista was a he. The irony is how Tino preaches about neutral language while referring to his waiters as he. And
that's right. Like, you expect people to just automatically know that you are the gender that you are. And if they make a mistake, they are thrown through the coals on TikTok, right? All these servers are probably pretty young. Just, what a terrible thing. And then you're not going to ask, do the same in return. You know what I mean?
In an infamous move, Lilly made a TikTok claiming that late Nirvana singer Kurt Cobain.
Peb's mom, thank you so much for the super sticker, honey. Next time. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support.
Cobain was probably trans, essentially assigning a new gender identity to a dead person who never identified as such. As Lilly rattled off her evidence Cobain wore dresses, he once said he felt more feminine. An early lyric draft mentioned wanting breasts. Viewers cringed. It came off as profoundly disrespectful.
Kurt Cobain's fucking dead. He can't answer any of these questions, and you're just gonna...
and absurdly speculative. If
Kurt Cobain is one of those musicians who he died in his 20s, so his late 20s, I think he was like 27, 28-ish. He will be forever young in the 90s. He created grunge. He really created grunge, and he is beloved. He could do no wrong anymore. You know what I mean? Like, God,
Lilly felt justified pronouncing Kurt Cobain as a transgender woman. Critics argued, why should she object so strongly?
All right, Hekate, hit me up later. I apologize. We'll talk. I'm sorry.
to someone calling her Sir. That January 2024 Kurt Cobain video became the turning point. Overnight, the enthusiasm that once surrounded Lilly collapsed into near universal backlash. Even communities that supported her, including trans advocates.
I mean, fucking Kurt Cobain was an absolute fucking legend. You couldn't get any more masculine. Every guy wanted to be Kurt Cobain. Every girl didn't want to be Courtney Love. But I mean, everyone had a crush on Kurt Cobain. Even the guys had a crush on Kurt Cobain back in the 90s. And he was in dresses. Like, he was just so ahead of his fucking time. Like, oh God.
Turned their backs. They called her out for projecting drama into every situation, saying her...
No, he wasn't trans, but he just made it okay for men to wear dresses. Like, this is not something that you should be ashamed of. Why is dressing like a woman such a shame? You know what I mean? He was just fucking ahead of his time. I don't know, whatever.
Reflected poorly on the whole movement. What began as solidarity quickly devolved into collective embarrassment. People accused Lilly of playing the victim over minor slights, baiting attention by reacting as though everything was about her identity. When she
and it almost like that you're like insulting your audience's intelligence, you know? Your audience can see what you're doing. If there's a pattern, like maybe it happens once or twice, sure. But if there's like a repeated pattern of you acting like a fucking ass in public just to get some views, then that's who you are.
Received a polite request not to stream inside a restaurant, she saw bigotry. When a delivery went wrong, something out of the restaurant's control, she blasted the staff online instead of letting it go. These moments shifted public perception from advocate to entitled. It wasn't just outsiders who were losing patience, it was her own tribe. Her fans pointed out the hypocrisy, demanding respect, yet disrespecting others. They grew tired of the constant outrage and the sense that any small inconvenience was part of a grand oppression. Critics argued she was weaponizing her trans identity, not to advance rights, but to deflect any accountability. And so, the narrative flipped. The same audience that cheered her on began to see a pattern of behavior.
Does that sound familiar? I almost want to do a video on the parasocial relationship between content creator and their chat. Because it's such and every single one has a different dynamic. All of your favorite reaction channels, they all have a different dynamic with their chat. Whether you know if they talk to them outside of the chat, nobody knows, like unless they say they do. So it's a very strange dynamic. I feel like that reminds me so much of like the Chantal thing and the way that her chat and her kind of behave. It's almost like its own sick, twisted relationship, you know? Yeah, exactly, Sneaky. Like,
exactly, Teardrop.
That didn't feel authentic or righteous. It felt performative. In their eyes, Lilly's dissent wasn't the result of opposition. It was self-inflicted. By turning every minor hurt into a crusade, she alienated people who once saw her as a leader.
Hi. I'm a food critic and I travel around San Francisco with my phone and stream my meals.
Food critic. What are your credentials? You just make videos on TikTok. That's not a food critic. Just like foodie is not a foodie beauty. Yeah. That's like saying foodie is a food critic. Like it's creamy, it's wet, it's moist, yum.
Typically, for any meal, between like 75 and 100,000 people will witness the meal either live or after the fact. Would this be a good time for me to record my experience here? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave. There's no one. Okay. I think they're like all watching me as I walk out. All right, well, goodbye.
You're gonna wait for the response?
I don't know what to say.
Food grifter. Yeah.
I don't know how to. They're all just kind of looking at me from the kitchen. Like, okay.
Well, yeah, you just announced I'm a food critic and I travel all around and I live stream this for thousands and millions of people every day. I'd look out and be like, who is it? See if you could recognize them. And if you see someone like you who looks out of the ordinary, they might stare. They'd stare at you if you were fat. They'd stare at you if you were really short. They'd stare if you had a funky outfit on, I'm sure. Like there's a lot of reasons people stare is my point. You know what I mean? I'd stare.
I'll leave. Yeah, it definitely is intimidating
for it to be that many people. But there's several reasons I mention it. Is one, because I want them to know that it's not just like I'm a random person videoing my food. Because it also lets them know, like, hey, enough people are going to be seeing that you want to be sure to like be on your game.
If a real, this is, God, I hate people like this, honest to God, like just that whole mentality of like, I'm important, that therefore you should give me the best service. How is that going to tell people what the food and the experience is actually like if people are just kissing your ass because they think you're somebody important? I don't want that. I want someone who's going to go under a pseudonym, who's going to be very like, you know, quiet about their experience and not letting people know so they can actually give us the real experience. That's the whole point of them.
And also it could result in a free meal. So
one recurring issue is Lilly Tino's shocking treatment of restaurant staff during her frequent live.
That looks delicious, by the way.
Streams. Tino often broadcasts herself dining out, with her viewers paying for her meals via TikTok live donations, only for her to relentlessly complain about trivial issues and demand special treatment.
Push them back a little bit. Am I still going to use the women's bathroom even if it's against like rules? Yeah, I think I will. As a statement, you know, if I like. For example, if I was in Florida, I was in Florida last week, and it was not allowed for me to be in a women's bathroom, I would still use the women's bathroom. Because
I mean, look, regardless, the bathroom thing, I think is a very touchy subject. I think everyone feels very strongly about it in their own way. I want everyone to feel safe, and that includes women and girls. And I also want people to feel safe using the bathroom where they feel safe. So it's hard for me to like fall on that side. It's just such a gray area for me. But I mean, yeah, if it's not allowed and you do it, expect consequences because it's against the law. Some laws aren't right? There are people sitting in jail who shouldn't be, and there's people walking the streets who shouldn't be. They should be in jail. But you know what I mean? It's the law, man.
That is something that I feel strongly about. If they want to make us think about it, they can, and I'm happy to make us think about it too.
Me too.
That's how we fight back, y'all. That's how we fight back. So acts of solidarity with our trans brothers and sisters and siblings.
In one instance, she badgered a waiter with endless questions about a salad dressing, even requesting a sample of it, seemingly just to create conflict. Night after night, she finds something wrong with her meal or service and demands to see managers.
It sounds like Chantal and her DoorDash deliveries back in Canada, right? She'd always complain about something so she'd get free food, and then eventually she wasn't able to get any more refunds or free food anymore because they were just like, no.
Often trying to get employees reprimanded or even fired for minor mistakes. Observers have noted a pattern. She'll complain about a hair in her food while her own dog sits nearby, shedding fur, then use the situation to score freebies or refunds, all the while...
I'm sorry, and I'm gonna fall on this side of the fence. Unless it's a service animal, your pet should not be inside a closed restaurant. Unless it's a pet-friendly restaurant. I know some people don't like that. Some people like bringing their pets, and that's fine. But find a restaurant that it allows that. Don't make other people be around your animals just because you want them to be there. I that's something that really gets my goat with that stuff because
viewers are sending her hundreds of dollars in donations.
I wake up, I do everything I do during the week revolves around this because I love doing it.
Pets are adorable, but I don't want your cat's hair in my pasta. Like I just don't like it.
Other things that I could do that might even be a way to accumulate more wealth. But I love.
That's true, Pat Ray. You're 100% right. It's not just trans people. 100% exactly.
Love doing it.
I did think that Lilly got a lot of heat because she is trans, right? And there's so much trans rights going on in the news, and they're stuffing everything down our throats and trying to make us, feel a certain way about it. And yeah, it's just not. It's a crazy time.
But just be able to do this streaming and not have to worry about finances for the rest of my life, I would, because I love doing it. I'm fulfilled
Here.
Valeria.
I'm fulfilled. This is what I like to do. I love hanging out with you. That's it. So obviously that's not possible. This hypothetical situation. Money's always something that is top. But y'all make it so much less of a worry because you're incredibly generous.
Sorry, she's really hard to hear here.
So thank you. You can't ask for much more in life than to be content.
Essentially rewarding her for manufacturing outrage. Critics argue
that sounds like Chantal, and I feel like this kind of ties into what Chantal's doing right now. She just posted that photo of that child just to piss people off because she knows she did not need to post that freaking photo. That photo told you absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. There is no purpose to that photo. It didn't prove anything at all. She's doing it just to rage bait. And people like that, I don't know how people watch them unironically. It just blows my mind.
That Tino deliberately provokes staff to elicit a misstep. For example, an employee misgendering her, only to then play the victim and blast the incident online. In one absurd case, she got stuck in an elevator and pressed the emergency call button. When the unseen operator addressed her as Sir over the intercom, Tino flew into a rage, despite the fact that the person couldn't even see her.
That's a good question, Jane. I don't know if anyone wants to tackle that one. Jane asked, why is it that it's generally male to female transition where the person turns out to be quote unquote problematic? Hey, Font, nice to see you. That's a good question. Anyone want to field that one? I'll let you guys answer that one.
I'm trapped in an elevator right now. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit my fault because there's people who were in the elevator that came out while I was waiting for it and said, oh, hey, we're not sure this elevator is working, but like the elevator looked like it was working when they walked out. So
again, just to recap this, the elevator got stuck. Lily was in the elevator. She got stuck. She calls down, uses the phone, calls down, says, hey, I'm stuck. And the person on the other end of the line accidentally misgendered Lily. They could not see Lily through the phone clearly, and Lily was not taking any kind of hormones to change her voice at that time because she very much sounded like a masculine voice, you know. I'm trying to be as politically correct as I possibly can here and trying to keep everyone's respect everyone. Yeah, and she got pissed. And she made a video about it, and she's live streaming and just pissed because that person misgendered her.
Like, what's the worst thing?
How the hell?
And I pressed the button, and the door closed, and then the buttons didn't work, and now we're stuck here.
Not the fact that she looks absolutely insane, by the way. That picture.
I pressed the call button, and it went to my apartment person. Of course, they called me sir as soon as I said hello. Hello, sir. Number one, I'm not a sir. Number two, I'm trapped in an elevator, in that order. I'd rather be stuck in an elevator and called man than out of an elevator and called sir.
Really? You'd rather be trapped in an elevator than accidentally misgendered over the phone? That to me is just so reaching so far that I could see right through that a mile away. But this person still have thousands and thousands of subscribers. So hundreds of thousands. I lost any and all. Listen to this. I want to put this on the screen because we know that Hecate, as we know Hecate usually. Hecate is a very big supporter of Foodie. She liked Foodie. You know, she's like, guys, you're being too hard on her. I just want to put this on the screen because she just typed it out. I lost any and all sympathy for Foodie after that. She's talking about this whole grift thing with the child. If it's $1,000 a year, she could have paid it monthly. She didn't need to put the girl on camera at all. So annoyed that I felt sorry for her. Yeah. We all have that moment. We all have that moment. Now, regardless of how you feel about Hecate, we've all been there. It's just been different moments for different people. So I'm glad you at least kind of see our side now, where it's just now it's Chantal, you're being ridiculous. What the fuck is this?
That's the truth. Oh.
You saw it coming.
There's a little bounce.
Sabin, how are you?
Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, I didn't like that.
That's what I mean, guys. I told you, Beezers have been reaching out. The tides are turning. Chantal is losing support. When you fuck around with pets, but now it's a whole different fucking ball game when you fuck around with kids and you're posting kids with special needs. That's a whole different subsection of children. She's fucking with the wrong crowd.
Oh, it's working. I think it's working. We did it.
This constant combative stance toward anyone who doesn't cater to her expectations has been widely condemned. It's not just cisgender audiences who are appalled. Many feel Tino's antics feed into the worst stereotypes of privilege and petulance. By brazenly
Secret Scrub, probably. She just seems like the kind of person that's just a kind of a pain in the ass you don't really want to be around.
Harassing service workers and boasting about it, she's painted herself as an influencer who thinks those below her should...
I hear you, Hikata. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I hear you.
...lose their only source of income for offending her. The serious real-world impact is clear. She's attempting to punish low-wage employees to satisfy her ego.
Right. These people, listen... These people are probably mostly young or they're like struggling. Nobody really wants to be a server for the rest of their life, right? It's a fucking thankless job. People are nasty to you. They blame you for everything. They take their bad moods out on you. You don't get paid a lot. Some days suck the big hairy root, right? And you got this person coming in here trying to give you a hard time and getting it on camera, not only to give you a hard time, possibly costing your job and your livelihood. You don't fuck with people's livelihoods. And embarrassing them on social media to boot without their permission. It's not a good recipe, right?
And viewers find it disgraceful. She's quick to take offense at other people's behavior, yet
Bebop, shut up.
She's been guilty of some pretty despicable actions herself. In a now infamous livestream clip, Tino appeared to call her pet dog, Nugget, a racial slur, the N-word.
Nugget?
And that was hard ER.
Nugget?
Now, this content creator's name is Lilly Tino, and the other night she was live on stream when she was going to tell her viewers something about her dog Nugget, but instead of saying her dog's name Nugget, she ended up saying another word that starts with an N, and like I said, she definitely should not be saying this word.
If you're white, you should not be saying that word. Period.
Now, it seems like she said the word that starts with the letter N on accident, but I really don't understand how you accidentally say that word instead of nugget.
She later tried to claim it was an accident, insinuating she merged the words shiver and nugget together. But virtually no one bought that excuse. Viewers pointed out that you don't get that word by accident. Given Tino's track record, people believed this slip was no slip at all. It was an ugly reveal of language she had on the tip of her tongue. The incident only reinforced perceptions of her as overtly racist, and it attracted intense backlash. Now, just a few months ago, Lilly Tino just unveiled a brand new face, crediting a mid-five-figure facial feminization package. Brow bone, an orbital shave, rhinoplasty, lip lift, jaw taper, and a likely tracheal shave, all
but does she look that much different?
revealed in a slick TikTok montage.
Lily, I don't know where she lives. Oh, she lives in San Francisco, the San Francisco area, yeah.
That racked up 500,000 views.
Sky, look up Hannah Ricketts. She does high tea in London and she rates them. You're welcome. Hannah Ricketts. You're welcome.
In 24 hours.
It has been 20 days since my FFS. About 70% of the swelling is gone, but it'll take another year or two for the rest of it to go down. So let me show you around my new face. For reference, here's what I looked like before. First up,
I don't see a big difference, honestly. Do you guys? I mean, I really don't. I'm trying to find a difference because normally you could tell there's a big difference, right? When they have this much surgery, there's going to be a huge difference, right?
up is the hairline. You can see that it has been moved forward. The line is pretty pronounced right now, but it will fade over time. You might also be wondering about this little dent right here. That is internal stitching, and it will go away in a few weeks. Now, my nose is quite swollen, and that will go down over time, but take a look. You can see it's way more of a ski slope now. Also, my brow bone is way less pronounced. My surgeon said that the brow would probably be the thing that made the most difference in the beginning to feminize my face, and I tend to agree with them. Now, my lips haven't changed, but they went through my lower mouth to get to my jaw.
Oh my God. That is so much surgery. Fuck.
It's hard to see the result here right now because there is a lot of swelling, but over time you'll see that it is much softer. And last but not least, the Adam's apple is gone. I want to give a huge shout out to
Okay. I can't really tell.
my mom, who took care of me as I recovered. My mom actually extended her trip several times to take care of me because I got COVID in the hospital. That made recovery a whole lot harder, but luckily I had a wonderful support network of friends as well that helped me walk my dog and brought food and did all these wonderful things. And I'm super excited for y'all to come on my healing journey as my face settles in over the next few years.
Supporters flooded the comments with hearts, but skepticism hit just as fast. 2 reaction channels
So what the flippin' flip is she wearing?
slowed her before and after frames and argued the changes were mostly filter work, calling the surgery story another sympathy grift. On Reddit, users traced a spike in livestream donations during the week she staged restaurant confrontations, claiming viewers basically bankrolled her makeover.
Yeah.
While still asking for healing snack money, prompting TikTok to demonetize at least one post.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I was taught that like openly begging for money when you don't, like, you just won't get a job, like this person. I could see if you're down your luck and you need some help, that's one thing. But when you're just constantly begging for money because you just think that's your job, you don't look right. You look lazy and you look spoiled and entitled, right? It's one thing to ask for help when you need it, whenever you need it, but to just keep doing it as a job, it's just fucking weird to me. I'm sorry.
An action Lilly publicized on LinkedIn as proof she was being targeted for being trans. By mid-2025, Lilly Tino's public image is, to put it bluntly...
But here's the question though, Scar. Do you guys think she could turn it around?
In tatters. Once the beneficiary of sympathetic media profiles and celebrity shoutouts, she's now more famous as a cautionary tale. Her TikTok account still boasts around 405,000 followers, a considerable number, but one wonders how many are hate following to catch the next train wreck. Across Reddit, TikTok, and YouTube, Lilly has become a running joke and a source of outrage. There are dedicated snark pages cataloging her misdeeds. In comment sections, you'll find upvoted remarks like, yes.
If you think we're bad, you think the girl world reaction channels are bad, we have to be on our best behavior over here. People that go on like Rumble and like all those other like other platforms and social media and do reactions, some of them are like no holds barred, man. Like,
she's a Karen. Yes, she treats waitstaff terribly. Even many in the transgender community refer to her with disappointment or outright anger, fearing she's giving them a bad rep. It's a remarkable reversal of fortune. In barely 2 years, Lilly went from an unknown person finding herself to a celebrated trans influencer to arguably one of the most disliked personalities on TikTok. And
if you ever go, even like a lot of YouTubers, a lot of like trans YouTubers, I was watching one girl yesterday, I forget her name. She's absolutely stunning. Was covering this and she is very anti-Lilly. So I was just really interested to see like from a trans perspective, well, one trans person's perspective, like how they're viewing all this, and they're just hosing her. Like everything we're saying is basically the same things they're saying, which is an interesting dynamic. Maybe we have found the middle ground. this is acceptable and this behavior is not acceptable. And this is an example. She could be setting a precedent, who knows?
Public's morbid fascination with her downfall is, as the title of this video suggests, satisfying to a great many, because in the eyes of her critics, Lilly Tino brought this on herself. They see a person who weaponized her identity to bully others, who cried victim while victimizing innocent bystanders like waitstaff just trying to do their jobs. Watching someone like that face consequences, losing respect, becoming a laughingstock, scratches an almost primal itch for poetic justice. Yet, there's a tragic element here too. Somber Lilly's story could have been one of empowerment and bridging understanding. She had a...
Hopefully, someone else will be able to shine through all this fucking mess that she's created, right? And put the whole community in a better light. Not that Lilly is a reflection of the community, but she's obviously like a Chantal. That's how I see her, honestly.
Real opportunity.
She just make like Chantal makes all fat women look bad. Like, if you see a fat person, you're going to think, oh, they smell, they're not clean, they don't take care of themselves. When that's not the case, right? A lot of us have been big, or we have big friends, big family member. Like, doesn't mean just because you're fat doesn't mean you're dirty. But Chantal gives all fat people a bad rap. And I feel like this is the same concept here,
To educate and spread empathy. Remember how she started wanting to share meals so people see a trans person eating and feel common humanity. But as her platform grew, ego and anger seemed to have taken over. The lure of viral drama,
this whole thing, this whole spiel about her talking about, oh God,
overshadowed the initial message of
So enough, if a Disney employee caught her talking like this, they would have escorted her out with the police, and she would have never been allowed back if they actually caught her in this. I'm surprised nobody tried to get her escorted out.
Tolerance. In the end,
that's actually shocking. That's shocking that no one was able to get her. Imagine if Foodie did something like this in public, like in Disney World or something. Like, they would have gotten her immediately. But yeah.
Tino's downfall underscores a truth about internet fame. Virality is a double-edged sword. The same TikTok algorithm that elevated her when she garnered sympathy cut her down when she courted infamy. For many viewers, the downfall of Lilly Tino is indeed satisfying, a comeuppance for objectionable behavior. For Lilly, and perhaps those close to her, it's likely a lonely place to be.
I take offense to this. I just want to listen. Can I be offended now? Is it my turn to be offended today? What is it with this? It's a Mario. What the fuck? My culture is not your costume, asshole.
Be renowned for all the wrong reasons. As of now, Lilly continues to post content, seemingly undeterred. But the public's trust and admiration are long gone. The saga of Lilly Tino serves as a warning. On social media, authenticity can win you followers. But if attention becomes addiction, today's hero can become tomorrow's villain.
Right, because you just become a train wreck. You become a lolcow, whatever you want to call it. Whatever term is an updated term in the moment, but like, everyone's making fun of your laughing stock, period, In
the blink of an eye. And when that happens, the same audience that built you up will revel in tearing you down, one bread tower at a time.
Italians in the chat, do you get offended when people think your family's in the mafia? It's like, fuck off, not everyone's in the mafia. And if they're in the mafia, they're not going to fucking tell you.
Would probably beg to argue that there's another TikToker out there who people actually hate even more. We've done a deep dive on
that
them.
Was the end of it.
If you've never heard,
well, that was it, and that was there's another video following up, and we could do it if another time if you guys are interested. Again, I just brought this out here just because it's something different. It's like not foodie related, and I just want something fresh. I don't know. What do you guys think? Now, like facing 5 years in prison, that's crazy. For a trans person to do blackface, it should not be allowed for anyone to do blackface. What was I watching? I was watching, okay, don't judge me. Sky is here, whatever. I'm rewatching The Real Housewives of New Jersey, and I was watching one of the older seasons. I think it was like season 2 or 3. And Lauren Manzo was in a makeup school. Like, she was doing actual makeup school in New York City. And they were doing like avant-garde day. And I'm watching it, and I'm looking at all the makeup and the scenes going on. And this girl, she's obviously white. her makeup artist was putting her in blackface and put a fucking afro on her. And I'm sitting there. I was with my husband because he was in the room, and I'm like, am I seeing this? I'm like, he's like, is she white? I'm like, yeah, like because her arms were showing. She was white, and I'm just like, and this was like back in whenever that episode aired, maybe 15 years ago. I'm just like, that was on TV. Like it was nothing. It's just like fucking like. They didn't even take it out. Like it's still on Peacock right now. I'm just like, they should take that fucking episode out. That whole like scene out. I don't know. It's fucking weird. But yes, I think it's blackface is. No one should be using that. It's a silly question. Rachel, that lady who, what was she? She pretended she was black and she got like the fake tan and she permed her hair. Like that was crazy too. Was it Rachel something? I forget her name. If you're melanin challenged, what does transgender? I don't see what the transgender has to do with anything. Just because you consider yourself trans, or if you identify as gay, bisexual, whatever, it does not, or even straight, does not give you the right. It does not give you any like additional rights. It should give you the same rights as everyone else. It should not give you additional rights. I'm just gonna say that. Let's keep it there. Keep it extra. Anyway. Belinda used Hecate. I saw that Bewitched thing. When I saw that, I was like, Jesus. Listen, apparently it's okay to be racist nowadays. I can't believe the world we're living in. That's all I'm going to say. Thank God. I thank my lucky stars every day I don't have children. If you have children, I don't know how the fuck you're doing it. Kiss those babies every day. Spoil them. Not too much. Because then they'll create another Chantal and Amber. Yeah. Anyway. We got Rachel Dolezal. Thank you, Jojo. Appreciate that. Yeah. Anyway, that was my stream for today. I did 2 streams today. It wasn't long. I apologize. Tomorrow I'll probably go back to foodie stuff. And if not, I thought maybe tomorrow we can watch the Mr. Snowflake premiere that just came out. I want to wait. I want to give him 24 hours so he can get all the views he can get. Hopefully it's okay, Mr. Snowflake. If it's not okay, please just tell me and I won't do it. But anyway, yeah. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you guys. Hecate, thank you for hanging out. I know it's kind of weird we're talking, but listen, I'm a nice person. We're cool. All right, guys. Thank you for coming in. Have a lovely Sunday. I will see you definitely tomorrow. Thanks for coming out. Have a great day. Love you guys. Bye.